Well, that's interesting. Can I watch? So if I understand correctly, what you're saying is, in bed, when you want to turn or roll to your left, that motion, you get stuck and it's hard to implement it. Yeah, let's get back down on the ground for a second and let's explore this idea. All right, so. Yeah.
Stuck.
Yeah.
So what I have to do is I have to get this arm.
Right.
A little bit harder to create some leverage.
Yeah.
And then lock my leg, pushing from behind.
Right.
To turn myself.
How interesting.
That's where the shoulder is engaging right now too. I can feel the strain.
Okay.
And then it's
Yeah. So you're, that's so interesting. So I'm in bed, right, and I want to wake up in the morning and I want to get out of bed, and of course there's blankets over the top of me, and so the blankets are giving me some level of resistance to my movement, so I take the blankets and I roll them off, and of course I just pop out of bed because everything's working good, right? I don't even think about it. So what I use to get up out of bed is I use some basic core strength, and I'm strong enough to get myself going in my hands, and I just pop myself and go. So let's take some martial arts concepts and apply it to moving from a supine, straight body kind of laying position. So the trick is, if I want to move to my right, I bend my left side, both arm and leg. So let's take a look at the leg. I just bring my foot close to my bottom. Then the same side arm also bends, putting my hand on my chest. So I have a bent elbow and a bent leg. And now I want to move this direction. So my right arm can go straight, and I just use my leg to push as I look and I turn. So now when I'm in this position, it helps me to naturally stay on my side because I have a kickstand back here helping me to prop up. So now once we're in this position, if I want to continue to get myself up out of bed, I might utilize the same technique as we just did. I want to get up off of my shoulder. So I might put my hand on the ground and go heavy on the hand and push with this hand to help get this elbow underneath. Then once I have this elbow underneath, I can curl both legs and get to a seated position. And then from here, you're going to be much more mobile and able to get the leg maybe over the side of the bed. Let's explore that for a bit. Yeah. So when we do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and we're wrestling around, we're trying to create structures in the opponent that they don't have any stability. And one of the things that we do is we'll remove this arm, we'll block it so they can't stick it out there, and then we'll do the same with the leg, and I call it making this side straight as a pencil. And when it's straight as a pencil, it doesn't matter how big they are, they just tip over, right? And so when this side is straight, it's easy to roll. Now I can make it straight as a pencil like this, but now there's a little hitch in my roll because I've got a little barrier. With my arms over my head, I can move this way much easier. So we're trying to create structures that are straight as a pencil to allow us to roll easily. And with this kickstand, it gives us the ability to do that. Now, if this arm is elevated, which I know is not as easy as maybe just saying to do that, with this hand here, as I push onto the hand, it's an easier direction to prop up from to your elbow versus here, and then trying to get that shoulder elevated high enough to get that underneath, right? So we walk this hand up as high as we can and then push. It may be an easier angle in which to get there, depending on your shoulder mobility. And then from here, by pulling both of your legs close to your hips and kind of balling up and getting up to your hands, it should give us some upright base to then continue to operate from. Yeah. Let's try this again. I'm just curious to stick here for a while. So we want to go this direction. We're going to bend the opposite side and create that base kickstand, and then put your hand on your chest, and then we're going to roll towards the straight side. And then once you find some basic stability here, let's see how comfortable we can get this hand to go up. And if you need to, you can kind of use your fingers to kind of pull and scooch that hand as high as we can get. Okay? And then that might be high enough. Let's go ahead and use that hand heavy on the floor and see if we can push on that hand and get that elbow underneath. That looked easier from my perspective.
Felt easy. That was probably the easiest.
The easiest one? Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, please.
Tell me again, son.
Yeah, so you have a left bent knee. We need to do the same with the hand. So the left hand goes on your chest, which will create a left bent elbow. And then we'll start to push ourselves onto our side. And from the side, we're going to use this hand and walk its way as high as we can get comfortably. Right, and that hand gets heavy, and then we can prop up on the elbow, and then from there we can negotiate. Interesting. Yeah. It's so fascinating to see how martial arts techniques applied to human daily life and functionality are such a match